It's a very exciting time to be part of Heritage. When we were together in May, I laid out the vision for our 10-year campaign we're calling Leadership for America. Since then, we've made great strides toward making that vision a reality. Today, I want to update you about our efforts, tell you where we're going, and invite you to come along with us as we promote Leadership for America. For more than 30 years at Heritage, we've sought results that build an America where freedom, opportunity, prosperity, and civil society flourish. Our Leadership for America campaign is the next step in that direction. Let me define Leadership for America for just a minute. Among the majority of Americans, there is clearly a consensus about our nation's core beliefs, unchanged from the time of our country's founding. A belief in free enterprise, limited government, individual freedom, traditional American values, and a strong national defense. However, both of our political parties have failed to represent these unique American principles. That's why Heritage is committed to providing real leadership for America. Well, we will continue to make the intellectual case for policies based on principles, even as we have over the years changed the way think tanks work. Yes, we plan to embark on a major expansion to reach out more outside of Washington, outside the Capital Beltway, so that Americans will demand more principled decision-making from their congressmen. In our efforts, we have to take the national policy debate to a new and to a higher level, far above the partisan fray we all see here in Washington every day. And as we look at our big ideas, we really believe that Heritage can make a difference. We believe we can provide real leadership for America. Leadership for America will also use new communications and marketing strategies to reach both policymakers and potential members. Many of you have seen how successful we are with some of these new technologies by visiting myheritage.org or looking at some of our YouTube web videos. These advance how we communicate our message in ways that weren't even invented 5 or 10 years ago. And today, they're among some of our most successful new media tools. The Heritage Foundation is your institution. It's your voice in Washington. If Congress won't defend your ideals and respect your values, we will. If Congress won't hold itself accountable to you for the way it spends your money, we will. We'll continue to be outcome-based. And that's very important. We're not merely focused on inputs or outputs. Inputs, what are inputs? Size of your budget, number of people employed. What are outputs? Number of conferences, number of papers produced, etc. Those aren't the real measure of effectiveness of an organization like Heritage. The real measure is outcomes. Have you really made a difference? Have things changed because of what you're doing? Before Heritage came along, think tanks produced long academic reports that no one in the city had time to read. And oftentimes they were published after Congress made a decision when they were no longer relevant. We changed that. We changed how think tanks communicate legislative analysis to decision makers. We've always sought results through innovation. Some of you may not know about one of our early projects called Mandate for Leadership. Yes, I know, it doesn't exactly meet the briefcase test, but 1,100 pages. We started working on Mandate for Leadership in 1979, long before Ronald Reagan was even nominated as a candidate. We invested countless hours in resources on a new product, a comprehensive review of the entire federal government, on a scale that had never been attempted before. We had 27 separate voluntary task forces working with more than 300 volunteers for almost a year, all lending a hand because they wanted a better, more conservative government. We presented that document to Reagan's key advisors. Later, I presented him a copy directly. We gave him copies for his entire cabinet, and as Ed Meese can testify, at the first cabinet meeting, there was a copy at every cabinet member's place. By 1984, 62% of our 1,000 plus recommendations in that book had been implemented. And that was the first time anybody had ever done anything like that. Well, Heritage is always on the cutting edge. Heritage is always at the forefront. Heritage is always innovative. And we think Heritage will always provide real leadership for America. We will remain innovative and proactive. Even as I speak here today, liberals are using the Heritage model to build their own institutions. And if we've done anything at Heritage, we've proven that our model can be extremely successful. But we can't be caught just resting on our laurels because we're at the top of our game. Is the conservative movement finished? Absolutely not. No way. As Ronald Reagan said when he took office, our best days are ahead of us. This is an exciting moment, and we need to move forward regardless of who's in the White House or who's in charge on Capitol Hill. We have to build to the next level of excellence. In a new book, I'm going to be introducing the co-author in a few minutes, called Forces for Good. The two authors spent 4 years surveying thousands of nonprofit organizations, conducting hundreds of interviews to uncover the best nonprofits' secrets to success. I'm very proud to tell you today that of the 1.5 million nonprofits in America, Heritage is one of the identified 12 most effective and among the, quote, new cadre of entrepreneurial nonprofits that has created extraordinary levels of social impact. End of quote. Heritage is as powerful and influential as we have ever been. Therefore, the time to advance, to develop new programs we think is now. Again, some things will remain unchanged. We will not alter or deviate from the research and analysis that is Heritage's bread and butter. In fact, we're going to improve our already stellar research departments and our top-notch analysis on the issues. I've always said that Heritage employs the best people and the sharpest minds in the business. Heritage is our people. Our biggest asset is our people. That will never change. And our conservative principles will remain unchanged. We have always and will always strive to create that America where freedom, opportunity, prosperity, and civil society flourish. We are all integral parts of Heritage and its continued success. So I urge all of you, as members of our President's Club, to be involved in, to be committed to this monumental next step in the history of the Heritage Foundation, of your Heritage Foundation. Together, we can provide real leadership for America.